is RadioOnFire.com. Yours truly, Diamond K, in here. Today's broadcast brought to you in part by the Baltimore Music Awards. Let your voice be heard. The 2017 BMAs polls are now open for this 7th annual red carpet event honoring Baltimore. Log on to BaltimoreMusicAwards.com before December 3rd to cast your votes. The official ceremony is December the 5th. BaltimoreMusicAwards.com is where you go. So, a lot of things in the news, a lot of things going on. I really want to talk about this, and I've been talking about this amongst, friends and stuff. And I was like, we got to talk about it on the show. So, clearly there's a double standard for sexual harassment. It seems that media personalities, entertainers go down when it comes to sexual harassment in today's climate, right? But politicians, they get, nothing happens to them. I mean, they get elected, they still be moving in office and all that. But for some reason, entertainers get the funky end of the stick, and I don't understand why. Why is that? We can go back. Let's look at this list here. Okay. In the last couple of years, we had the fall of Bill Cosby. Of course, we know Bill Cosby from Cosby Show, from movies, from stand-ups that were mildly funny. That's what we know him from. But his fall from grace, and he did fall. He definitely fell. His fall from grace was absolute. He went to trial, and the trial didn't exactly pan out the way that they wanted it to, but he lost his career, he lost his reputation on allegations. They didn't have any proof per se. We heard stuff that he said on stand-up, but we didn't actually have any proof, right? So Roger Ailes was a big wig over at Fox News, lost his job. Boom, you out of here. Hit the road, right? Bill O'Reilly, big wig over at Fox News, on-air personality, lost a lot of money, at least $32 million, lost, gone, out of here. You're fired. Now they didn't have what we call concrete evidence on him. Now we know he did that shit, but it didn't necessarily have evidence the way that you would think, but it was enough. The advertisers started getting nervous. Things started getting crazy. Fox News said, "Oh, you got to go." And he was gone. He's home now doing his show from his house. Facts, all right? Because of these sexual harassment allegations, right? So it continues. The list continues, because that's not it. Billy Bush, you remember Billy Bush, right? Billy Bush is the guy who was on the bus. He's related to the Bush family, Bush, and it is relation. So he's on the bus talking to Donald Trump, just laughing, playing a sidekick role to Donald Trump while he's talking reckless. Fired from NBC, right? He's out of there. Harvey Weinstein, we know that thing that he's been dragged through the mud. Now, not only did he lose his job, his wife left, like his stuff is messed up. Now, he did a lot of dirt, but it came swift when it came. He did it for years and years, but when it hit the fan, when it got publicized, they cut them ties. Kevin Spacey lost his job, dropped from the show, movies. I don't even know how much money. We can't even begin to count how much money he lost because of these allegations. And it felt like it was true, though. It felt like he was guilty of the things that these boys accused him of. These young men. These young men. So once again, if you're an entertainer or you're a media personality and there's some sexual allegations, you are fired. You are out of there, right? But double standard for people in another line of work. So David Sweeney, he was from NPR. He was a news editor over there. Couple guys over at NPR. Brett Ratner lost his job. He had a $450 million movie deal with Warner Brothers. Out of there, fired, done. It's a wrap. Glenn Thrush was suspended from the New York Times. Mark Halpern lost his job at MSNBC. He had a book and a movie deal. Done. You out there. You finished because of these sexual harassment allegations. Now, these people didn't go to trial. Nothing. This is just some women came out, in the case of Kevin Spacey, men, but came out and said, this person touched me wrong, kissed me wrong, pressed up on me, you know, took their clothes off in my presence and I didn't want it, like anything like that. These are just allegations, but these dudes lost their jobs, right? Charlie Rose, people know him. He lost his job at PBS, CBS, and Bloomberg. They all cut ties with him because this stuff came out. Now, today, as of this show, Mark Laurel is how you say his name? Mark Laurel, right? He was at the Today Show on NBC. He's out of there. And this is the thing, like, it's not like this is like the second warning, like they got written up for it. NBC said that he was a serial harasser, allegedly, and they got rid of him. So, and that's just today. And there's more people. But here's my point, though. These are private businesses, or some instances they're public businesses, but the people, you know, the companies dealt with the way they see fit. Boom. Now we have politicians who work for the people. They had to get voted in. They are elected. The politicians, that's where the double standard comes in, because the politicians get to do whatever they want to do. Okay. Over the years, taxpayers did not know this, but taxpayers have paid $17 million in settlement claims against members of Congress. $17 million. They claim they ain't got no money. They always trying to bitch and moan about what we spend money on, or cut this program or cut that program. Yet they spent $17 million in claims. That's paying young ladies off so they don't say nothing. I mean, do y'all understand that? How many programs have been cut? How much could we have spent this $17 million on something more productive? Now, we don't know exactly how much of that $17 million went to pay for sexual harassment claims, but they've been paid in settlement claims. So we don't, you know, they're going to try to say we don't know how much. What else is it going to be settlement for? It wasn't like a car accident and they're using that money like it's probably hush money. Now, Al Franken, former comedian, now he is in the U.S. Senate. He's in the U.S. Senate. The allegations have been piling up for Al Franken. And he's a Democrat. To me, it doesn't make a difference, Democrat, Republican, in this instance. So we saw this photo of him appearing to grab a woman's breast. He pushed up on her, kissed on her, or whatever. She claimed she didn't want the kiss. And looking at her and looking at Al Franken, she probably did not want to kiss, right? So some other women have come out. Some women said, you know, he felt my butt, some other kind of craziness. I don't think somebody feeling your butt is sexual harassment. I think that that's more so along the lines of rude, poor taste, but sexual harassment, I don't know. But anyway, John Conyers is an OG for Congress. He's been there over 50 years. Like, he's one of the originators of the Congressional Black Caucus. Like, he is somebody that has a lot of years in. You know, he's in his 80s. So women are kind of coming out saying, you know, he did this, he did that. It was a whole culture. And I think that there is a culture. There's definitely a culture of just is like a certain kind of way that women are treated and men kind of feel like they can do whatever. And that's the thing right now, this culture shift that they're trying to change. But John Conyers still in Congress, even after all of these allegations. And here's the thing. These are multiple allegations. Al Franken, multiple allegations. Conyers, multiple allegations. They still have their jobs, right? They say, oh, we're not stepping down. What if, you know, I mean, some of these other guys could have said, you know, I'm not stepping down. What if Bill O'Reilly could have said, you know what? I know we're losing all our endorsements. Fuck it. I'm not stepping down. He couldn't say that. You know what I mean? Because he worked for Fox News. Well, these politicians, they work for us. So why would they have the option to say, I'm not stepping down? And, you know, they want to be on a committee with their friends. You mean the people that's also harassing women? We're going to get some justice from them? It amazes it should amaze me, but it doesn't really amaze me that these guys and these gals can be so hypocritical to sit up there and judge us, judge what we spend our money on, the taxpayers' money, but yet they running amok in the hallways in Washington and wherever the hell else these things take place. It is a double standard. Now, Roy Moore, here's a real piece of crap from Alabama. Not everything from Alabama is crap, but Roy Moore definitely is a piece of crap. So he's been accused by at least 8 women on the record of preying on or pursuing teenage girls when he was in his fucking 30s. In his 30s, right? And he's still running for office. It's all good because he's not owning up to it. Well, what if Bill Cosby, Bill Cosby didn't say he did anything, right? Did he ever admit to doing anything? Bill Cosby didn't say he did anything, but yet we were quick to, in the public, condemn Bill Cosby and condemn some of these other pieces of crap like Harvey Weinstein, true piece of crap, Kevin Spacey, piece of crap. The list goes on and on. But my point is that at least these people, for the most part, had the common decency to come out and say, yeah, I fucked up. I shouldn't have did this. I'm sorry. Kevin Spacey, I'm going to counseling. I need help. Like they're trying to own up to some of the stuff that they did. But these worthless politicians, and I hate to call John Conyers worthless, but because he's done so much, but these guys are acting like, what? I mean, kiss a girl? I mean, she wanted, I mean, you know, they should be gone. Especially Roy Moore. He's the worst of them all because these are little girls, 14 years. I mean, they're older now, but the point is at the time. So people say, but before I get to what people say, we got to go to the biggest piece of crap that there is. Now, Donald Trump, before he was elected, there was like 15, 16 women talking about the stuff that he did to them. Then on the tape, on the bus, that Billy Bush was on there co-signing them. Yeah, Donald, you bullshitting. Get the fuck out of here. You crazy. Like he was doing all that shit. You know, he still got elected, right? People didn't believe it. He was able to twist the narrative. He lied and said he didn't do it, right? He gets elected. He talks shit about these other people, but he doesn't think and understand that this is going to bring your stuff back up again. So now we're back to talking about Donald Trump and the double standard that exists. So Donald Trump said that you can do anything when you're a star. They let you do it, right? That's what he said. And that may be true to some women. Maybe, but not them all. I don't think. And I think that it was a real fucked up thing to say, considering the fact that he has a daughter, he has a wife. Does she have a green card? His wife? Did she? I don't know. Maybe she does. Maybe she doesn't. I don't know. But my point is that he said these things and he was still elected, right? But why is it that nobody's challenging him on that? Why is it that we don't care enough to do something about it? Now, it turns out that TV and movie stars, contrary to what Donald Trump said on the bus with Billy Bush, it's actually not true. TVs and movie stars, you can't do whatever you want. You know why? Ask some of these guys. Ask Bill Cosby why you can't do what you want. Ask Harvey Weinstein why you can't do what you want. Ask Kevin Spacey why you can't do what you want, right? Ask Mark Halpern why you can't do what you want, or Charlie Rose, or any of those other guys, because the real thing is you can do what you want to do if you're a politician, but if you are a regular star, you can't do what you want. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at The Diamond K Show, at Radio on Fire. One day, this thing is going to come to a head, and I'll be glad when that happens. Of course, it's going to come to light, but what's going to be the repercussions about it? Is Donald Trump going to ever pay the piper? I hope so. And the piper got a hell of a bill for Donald Trump.